Breaking news. A lot of exciting things unfolded this week. Hear about it all in this week's third round news. I'll now hand it over to BattleRap Mayor. And remember, it's not where you heard it first, but where you heard it best.
Welcome to another episode of the Third Round News. Today's date is January 5th, 2022. Happy New Year. And was this week a crazy week? Way to start off 2022. T-Rex in a viral video appearing to fight someone in the middle of the street. For days this video have circulated and left the BRC wondering what exactly happened in that fight and who was that he was fighting. Well, T-Rex appeared on the new Nails show on Instagram Live and he had this to say.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest. He said some, I can rap better than you shit. Some shit. I said, he said, put a beat on. I said, bro, I don't do that for free. You bugging. I kept talking. I turned around, he cracked me like, boom. Like, I stumbled, like, scoop, doop. Action after that. It had to be that after that. I mean, I know him. I know his family and shit, but we ain't even cool. So what makes you think you gonna swing on a nigga?
Wait, so he wanted to rap.
Battle rappers and all other types of media, just be safe out there. A lot of battle rappers don't feel the superstardom that they have. There's always going to be a fan trying to get that viral video off of you. This time it didn't go in that fan's way. T-Rex, be careful out there. In other news, while Midnight Madness is trending in battle rap community right now, a lot of people feel differently about it. Norbes went into the legal issues that comes with starting an event like this. You know, they said there's going to be some local bets going on and things of that nature. And here's pretty much what he had to say.
Why aren't people understanding legalities in terms of what can actually happen in these situations, right? So I started listening to what he said, and I was like, yo, this is kind of interesting because I didn't even think about this shit, right? So I want as much information as possible, right? Now, the reason I brought it up, outside of the degenerate gambler situation, is because when you do these things, you have to do your research on these situations. And he brought up something that I had brought up the other day, and I said, I don't think the URL would be involved in it. So when Surf made his comment about that, I think the URL is in there, you clearly didn't listen to the interview because I stated in there, I said, I don't believe that the URL will be behind the situation because they don't want to be liable. Similar to the situation that RBE just faced with the with what happened to Stampede. Because what happened in that event, right? If you didn't sign an indemnity agreement, and I don't know if they did or they did not, right? You would be liable because that is your brand. So I don't know if the URL would want to be behind a situation like that for the simple fact of the legalities of it. Now, people are saying, well, there's online gambling. Yes, but there's online gambling on certain things. It's not, you just can't open up something like I've had conversations about things of this nature, and there's legalities each state abides by. You know what I'm saying? So you can't promote certain things like that. Like this, like I said, it sounded like Harlem Nights. Yo, we got the illegal crap stables over here, and we're gonna throw money on the floor, we're gonna go. It doesn't work like that, and you're not supposed to promote things like that. So
I think while they're making it seem so simple just to start up a league or an event like this, it's really harder than what you think it is. It'll never just be, hey, I don't have to put any money in, people just come and rap. There's always gonna have to be money spent, venues and security and other things of that nature. So Surf, Jackboy Maine, and Bill Collector, we wish you the best. In a perfect world, if this kicks off and be what we think it's gonna be, this is definitely gonna be awesome for the culture, but it's just getting around a lot of loopholes. In other news, Easy the Block Captain versus Geechee Gotti. Now we know these two has been throwing a lot of shots at each other. Easy the Block Captain was in an interview the other day and in so many words basically said, I'm getting sick of Geechee Gotti. Well, Geechee Gotti took to Twitter and kind of felt the same way. We know these two went head to head in a 2-on-2, but how will the outcome be in a 1-on-1 is what the battle rap community is thinking. We all know that Geechee Gotti basically said he already has an angle on him for leaving gun titles. Well, Easy said he didn't leave gun titles altogether, but for the Midnight Madness, he will be creating his own team. A lot of other people have differently to say. They think that Easy the Block Captain has left gun titles altogether. Either way it goes, Easy the Block Captain and Geechee Gotti will probably be Battle of the Year. In other news, is Twitter Spaces bad for the culture? A lot of people in the BRC has been very entertained with this Twitter Spaces. It's a lot like the app Clubhouse, but it's on Twitter. Spaces where any group of people can get together and talk about anything within a group. You can make it private, you can make it public. The problem is with a lot of people in the BRC and a lot of people in any other community is there is no regulation when it comes to spaces. On Twitter, you only have a certain amount of characters to type, and depending on what you type within those characters, Twitter can either block you or take your post completely down. But in spaces, there's no filter. You can say whatever you like. You can name your space anything you'd like. Like we all know about this incident that went down.
There were some black women sitting in their respective cultural centers, and they were just sort of like ranting and raving and like screaming at white students there working, saying that they were like taking up space as white students. And then there was also black women in a group that went and stormed a library in Dartmouth for a Black Lives Matter protest when they screamed at some students studying. And it was just like lots of incidents like this. And then like I think there was another one a couple days ago when they started trending some hashtag on Twitter that said hashtag white women over.
Now Spaces is making its way over to the battle rap community. And will I tell you, it has shaken the battle rap community up for the best and for the worst. We all know about the ASAP Mean and the Calico situation, over to the Midnight Madness situation, and we all heard bloggers like Piperboy Williams warn the battle rappers, watch what you say on Twitter Spaces. You know, just because you can speak freely don't mean you should. Again, we don't know who's listening, and we definitely don't know who can be watching you. Gladly, none of these incidents have turned violent, but a lot of battle rap community are saying it's only a matter of time. So with all that said, you know, yes, Twitter Spaces is great for the community because we get to see a different side of battle rappers that we normally never get to see. Normal fans can speak to their favorite battle rappers. But also the bad side of it is there's no filter. Sometimes filters and guidelines help you not say or make a decision that you're gonna end up regretting. With all that said, do you think Twitter Spaces is bad for the battle rap community or good for the battle rap community? Let me know down in the comments. This has been an episode of the Third Round News. And remember, it's not where you heard it first, but where you heard it best.
In my age group, I could probably relate to hard life since grade school. I'd rather die huge than to get shorted. Pull out the fake real niggas.